Hello, campers. My name is Zandra Ellis, and I am your friendly neighborhood counselor. Before I get started, I just wanted to say I'm proud of each and every one of you. 2020 has been a lot, and I know it's taken a lot of adjustments, and there was even maybe some big things you were looking for during the school year or during the summer that you are not able to participate in like normal, like Girls Rock. But I'm so proud of you all for being able to adjust. This is a big adjustment for all of us. So I think it's really rad that you are leading the way and you're learning such an amazing life skill. Know that it's okay to feel sad and to maybe feel a bit down sometimes. Know that it's okay to find your new normal. And I just want you to make sure that you give yourself grace and time and lots of love to do that, okay? So, with that being said, I want to talk to you all today about what's going on in the world. So, I'm sure that you've seen the videos of George Floyd. I'm sure that you've seen the many protests and people talking about racism and police brutality and what are we going to do to fix this going forward. One of the biggest things that I think we can do, especially it may not feel like you can do much as a kid or a teen, but actually there's a ton you can do. And it's going to be pretty fun too. One of the biggest things that has helped keep this system in place is people not speaking up and people not being very good friends. So what I'm going to be teaching you is how to be a good friend and how to break down those walls that keeps us divided. So one of the biggest things that is happening is that we have what's called a power differential. Power differentials means that there are some things that I'm born with that makes me have more power than someone else. For instance, I was born in a middle class family with both of my parents. Both of my parents had successful jobs. We owned a home, we had cars, and we went on vacations. Everything was pretty okay. Even when my parents divorced, my dad was still in my life, and we still had the same vacation. We still had the same quality of life. That is privilege. I did not ask to be born in that position. I did not do anything special to have that. I was just blessed to be born at that time with that family in place. I was also blessed to be born in a country where I have some liberties, right? So I have some friends that did not grow up like that. They grew up in families that were struggling financially, where the dad was not in the home or the mom was not in the home, or if both parents were there, they had to work a lot of hours to keep food on the table and to keep a roof over their head. There was, if you look at things, they had a lot they had to worry about that I didn't have to worry about. And you would think that as their friend that I would know that their family was struggling, but I didn't. I thought everybody was pretty much like me. That is privilege. One of the best things that we could ever do is to actually look at what our friends are experiencing and actually get to know what their life is like. Not to feel bad for them, but to learn how to help. So it went like this. Turns out that me and some friends were going to the movies and doing some other, cool things. And one of our friends kept on saying that they could not go. So we just kind of stopped inviting them. What we could have done, and what I would do now that I know better, is for us to talk to our parents and all chip in to have them included. It's not feeling bad for someone. It's just making sure that they are getting equity and their equal share of the friendship, because they shouldn't have to miss out just because they don't have. Does that make sense? So it's about looking for opportunities to create equity. Equity means that I will take my privilege and basically make some moves to make sure that you have an equal stake and you can enjoy too, because there's enough for everybody. This also goes for when we're talking about race and racism. It also is the same thing when we're talking about queer identity. So when we're talking about race and racism, we have to recognize that there are multiple realities happening at the same time as we are. So my experience as a Black person would not be the same experience you have as a white person. Crazy, right? If it's my experience as a Black woman, is not the same thing that someone who is a Black trans man will be experiencing. Crazy, right? It's all about how our perspectives create our lived reality. So, one of the things that we have to challenge ourselves to do is to actually stop and listen. And don't forget to look for ways to create equity. So, when we start assuming that our lives are exactly the same across the board, we erase people's lived experiences. And that is what perpetuates a lot of these systems in place that hurts a lot of people. So, what can we do? Well, one of the things that you can do is if you have a friend that is a different race than you are, ask them about their lived experience. Check in on them because these times are very scary. When people have to see videos of people who look like them being harmed, or have to listen to people make jokes about their skin color, their race, or any of that, that hurts. And one of the ways that we've been taught as Black people to protect ourselves is to be able to not be sensitive, because we know that if we call people out, then they will basically do something called gaslighting, which is deny that our pain is real and make it seem like our fault. So what we can do is start, if anybody's making any jokes that is actually about something that someone cannot change, we don't make room for that. So no jokes about someone's weight, about their appearance, about their race, their religion, about anything that has to do with them. And also remember, if the other person isn't laughing, then it's not a joke. The other thing that we can do is that when that person is out of the room and other people make comments that we know are not right and feel uncomfortable with, we call them out. And I know that may feel scary, because it's going to feel scary. It's going to feel very scary. But we can do it something like this. Hey, don't talk like that around me. I'm not comfortable with that. It's not right. It's racist. Hey, don't talk like that around me. What you're saying is against gay people. It's homophobic. It's transphobic. And I don't like it. And let them know, you know what? When you're talking about this person, you're making fun of my friend. And I don't let anyone bully my friends. When we make hard statements like that, they are strong and powerful. And the people that said it are going to look at you like, now, they may try to tell you you're being overly sensitive, or, oh, I didn't mean it that way, or you took it wrong. Do not let them gaslight you. Tell them, I know exactly what you said. I heard exactly what I heard. And you will not say that around me again. And when you address gaslighting directly, some people get very sensitive, but guess what? They learn very quickly that it's not acceptable. And just think about the change that can happen when all of us start setting up not only equity, but safe spaces across the board. Think about the power of our privilege. And think about what we can do with the little bit we have that we don't even know is special, to make the world such a better place. And after we start learning about other people's lived experiences, take them on as some of the beautiful stories that they really are. And if you hear anything that is injustice, well, this is an opportunity for you to help, to let other people be aware. Because I tell you one thing, people don't know. So this is how you can be an agent of change, through friendship, through openness, through caring, and through love. All of you are amazing rock stars. All of you have a wonderful voice. And again, I'm proud of each and every one of you for wanting to be heard. Riot, not quiet. And let me tell you, when you disrupt the system by lifting your voice, you're going to change the world. Rock on. Yeah, peace.